Maybe. Do I just not want to show up today? Am I not coming into work? Hey, there I am. I have to fix that. I'm still a little off from being over on ZV's stuff, so let me just scoot over. Get a little big. Yeah. That's right there. Alright, how's it going? How's it going, everyone? I hope everyone is feeling fine and fancy today. I'm really excited to get back into Digimon. I did a bunch of grinding this weekend, so we have a bunch more money, and we have a bunch of evolutions to do. So we are going to be doing those, and then just moving on with the story, because we grinded a lot. But I'm pumped. I'm really excited. We have to get the necessary energy drink crack, though, so let me bring that up and see if we can catch it. I hope that was nice and crisp for everybody. My wife confirmed that it was, in fact, nice and crisp. But I hope everyone's doing great. A lot of things going on in the background right now that I'm very excited for, that you will hopefully get to see soon. But... what kind of drink is it? Totally not sponsored, but it was a Monster Ultra Vice Guava, 0 sugar. I've had to try a bunch of new things since I've been calorie counting and not eating as much sugar and all of that. I can't do a lot of my normal drinks. There are days that I will still do like an Old Glory or a Full Throttle, but I have to do that more sparingly, so I've been drinking a lot more of these 0 sugar monsters, and today is guava. Oh, good gosh. We are definitely ramping up into September. I think I've told you guys, but September is the end of the federal fiscal year, which means anybody working anything with the government knows that they're losing their damn minds and trying to spend all of their money and figure out why their tech isn't working and what they can add in to fix that. So it's just been an absolute cluster at work. But I'm excited to get in here and get to mess around. I don't know why ads never rolled. I try to start early a little bit, give people some time to fish, and get ads rolling, but the ad button is just like grayed out, and the run 3-minute ads, and the counter isn't counting, but it sounds like you guys can hear me, so it's not just not there, so I'm not sure why it's not running, but whatever. We'll jump into it and just hope that everything works. I would have just started right away if I didn't think we had to worry about the ads. But I do have to worry about why the hell I can't hear the game. Oh, there we go. Just got really loud once I plugged it back in. So that is the problem. I definitely need to do some better checks before I start stream, because I have a really bad habit of wanting to unplug the laptop I stream from, which, yes, I know, I'm streaming from a laptop. I really need to fix that, and eventually I'm going to get a computer, but you probably have ad block. Anyway, I need to get an actual PC to stream from, but right now it's a laptop, so I can walk around my house and grind Digimon while I'm doing things or sitting at the couch. But that does mean that there are certain things. Luckily, I've never had a problem with any of my mic setup or anything like that. When I plug it back in, the cameras, all of that, everything's docked pretty well. But the earphones that I listened to what's going on the screen with, every time I plug them back in, it causes an issue. At the beginning of every stream, after I unplug everything, I have to go in and switch everything and make sure they're working, and then probably still unplug them and plug them back in. It has to do with the fact that they are the, like, Apple headphones, and so they have the little mic and the controls on them, and so it makes you select which thing it is. Is it the mic you're using? Is it headphones? Is it headphones with a mic? And so I just have to make sure I set it as just headphones to not cause issues, and I frequently forget to do that. But anyway, let's jump in. Let's see. We might have to resize again, but we will check it out. Bahoo. That's fine. It's fine. We're small enough. But I mean, from my chat, I'm sure that's a common issue having to worry about if you're too big or not. Happens to everyone here, I know. Just ignore the ridiculous long amount of hours put in that are definitely not on stream, because I think we've done like 14 hours on stream, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. But we're at 81,720 bits. Maybe we'll get there here someday. But we're going to go run in and do Digivolutions real quick before we move the story on. And hopefully things will just go absolutely swimmingly. Let's see, we have a couple people. Ooh, in one more level, I will be able to evolve into an ultimate on Neronak, which was a mixture of my Baby Nero and Inak. We've got a Gizmon and a Gazimon. We are just leveling up for fodder, which is Hazard and Lily. Lirio is a Centaurmon, because I wanted one and I had some extra toy cars, so I captured a data type Digimon. But anyway, we have Gordu the Dokunamon, because I found out it evolves into a Flymon, which basically is just Yanma from Pokemon. I've always thought that was interesting. Then, let's see, we have Reverse Bug, because I fused RM and our lovely Kunemon, so we have Reverse Bug, the Kuwagamon. Omni Noodle, because this was a fusion of Omnisaya and Spicy Noodle. Rocking it out at level 16 as a Cyclone Mon. Bug the Quagmon, you've already seen that. We have Inak the Tankmon, we have already seen that. Yumi the Gekomon is a new guy. We have Yumi. Rika the Octomon. He's got a gun and a sword and 6 extra legs to... How many legs does he have? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he does have 8. Yeah, 6 extra legs to bitch slap you with. Noodle the Ogremon. Waifu the Ninjamon that we're holding back for a while. We have Kaviri the Vegemon. Zeevee the Hagurumon, who's ready to evolve. And we're going to be doing that in just a second, because I'm excited for that. I hope somebody's able to clip it. Unmerge me right now, my purity will not be sullied. Absolutely not. I went ahead and did that thing where I got a Crabmon and traded it for a Wizardmon, so this is just Wizardmon. We need to get him trained up. And then we have Noodle the Woodmon, because I thought Wood and Noodle were very funny together. But I believe that's it, so let's go ahead. We've got Zeevee, our lovely slime friend, as a Hagurumon, and we're going to go ahead and evolve it, because I think that's comedy. Zeevee, I hope you enjoy it. I'm returning you to how you should be. You get to be your slimy little self as a Numamon. Zeevee, I hope you appreciate that. I think that is actually the only evolution. I thought I had gotten me up to level 21, but it's only level 20. So these guys should evolve soon, but let's make a team to go ahead and move forward the story with. I might... Let's see, what do we have on our team right now? We have Lirio and Gordude. Let's go ahead and switch Lirio out for Reverse Bug. And go ahead and put Gordude away for right now. Just in case we end up needing a new member. I'll go ahead and put all of this back. I used up a lot of skateboards. We could have so much more money if I weren't buying skateboards and getting new monsters to merge with. We don't need skateboards just yet. Let's go ahead and complete the quest so we can move on. Gotta go to the Tamers Club and see what this guy's to say. When are we getting Goryo? Ooh, it depends on what they merge to, because that's the issue with early game, is like, we have a bunch of Digimon that will only ever merge into the same things, and I'm trying to have some diversity, but we're just not getting good babies. I might do it just so we can start moving their level up. We might have a merging party and just get over it. Let's see, I wonder who would want to steal generator parts. Who's that? Who's that girl? I've never seen her before. I guess it's about time to go back to the device dome. My sis, Technodonna, is a real pain in the neck. She wants me to find generator parts now. Anyway, there's nothing I can't find. What Kim wants, Kim gets. I too like to announce my evil plans when I think no one's around. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Get out of my way. Really? I just fucking move. I'm like, man, who could want these generator parts? And she's like, well, I guess I have to steal more generator parts. Bruh. Huh? Kim? Device Dome? And she was talking about generator parts or something. Maybe she knows something. Bro. Process just a little faster. Alright, let's go talk to our leader, because I guess that might be the next thing to do. Yo. Black Sword Leader, have you found the thief? I finished the Drive Domain and Web Domain missions. I've defeated both bosses. Great. Well done, Nero. Thanks to your good work, the Black Sword name will become famous. Unfortunately, we haven't found the thief who stole the generator parts. I see. I will continue with my search for the thief. Good luck, Nero. Don't forget that people are counting on us Black Swords to solve this. You do know there's 3 teams in town. Somebody else could do something. This is just like in Digimon World Next Order. We're like, I guess we all have to go find more people to join the city. And I'm like, none of y'all have brought anybody. Alright, so I guess we need to go find her. Are you at the daycare? I guess she wasn't at the daycare. Leave them kids alone. Alright, are you at the Coliseum? Do I just have to follow her to that other domain and see what's going on there? Alright, no, it doesn't look like it. At least the music sounds hyped as hell. Alright, let's see. Well, I guess, are we going... If we end up going to a new domain, I might do some mixing. I expect that kind of thing from a Yale grad, but I thought Digimon NPCs would be smarter than this. Yeah, I know, right? Maybe, I guess I should have checked the mechanics area over there. That might have been where she stole the parts from. Alright. Let's see. Are you hiding right under my nose? Is it you? No. Alright, so we've checked all the common areas. I wish I had more to go on. Wouldn't be at any of our faction buildings, I don't think. Let's check. Well, how's everybody doing while we're meandering around? I hope everyone's doing good. I got a relatively good response on the idea of every once in a while just having a stream where I yap with people. So, looking forward to doing that a little bit more, having some not always gaming things, just time to sit down with some friends and talk. Taking care of dinner myself. What are you making? Alright, there's that asshat. Yo, do you know something? You look like some asshole who would know about stealing shit. Why aren't there many items for sale here anymore? How am I supposed to fight wild Digimon in the domains now? What? Is the brave Bertrand getting nervous now? Oh wait, that was the wrong voice. Correction, warming up the dinner waifu already made. Roast chicken. Ah, yes, I made a comment about that online. Maybe it's just because I was supposed to talk to him and then go look. Maybe I just sequence broke it. Black Sword Leader, have we found... No, I finished blah, blah, blah. Okay, no. I did not. Well, shit. I was all hyped as hell, being like, oh yeah, we're finally doing stuff. And then we have to go find somebody. Alright, it's none of you. Are you in this area? Is it you? I don't care. Joy is about to apply for the tournament. Please come back later. Is waifu working late today? Or is this her new schedule? I've remained perfectly ignorant to make sure that she remains a full-time mod in my head. We had a meeting today about, despite being salaried for 40 hours a week, overtime doesn't start until 45 hours, and it only counts as overtime if it's working on specific projects. That blows. That is the one good thing about September for us, is they just have a blanket authorization on overtime. It is really funny, though. They had a whole meeting with, like, everybody who is not in Fed. Just saying, like, I know that you guys kind of don't like that Fed gets treated differently in September, but here's the thing. There's only, like, 120 people total, and those 120 people, by the end of September, will have had an authorized over 9,000 hours of overtime, so let it go if you hear them, like, being a little louder, partying, or whatever. Okay, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Is it one of the domains I already unlocked? Have I been waiting to find a domain that I've already worked through? Alright, come on, let's go. I think it was disk domain, but I already forgot. I really should read better. Web domain, drive domain. Did she say drive domain or disk domain? If it's drive domain, I think I need an item to get through it. Toy Agumon. So I know it's not how the attributes work in anything, but in my head it makes sense that if I use a fire attack on Toy Agumon, it should melt his parts and make him not able to function. And I'm sort of upset that that's not how it works. Evil touch. Oh, I'll beat him up. I've stepped on so many. That is the worst thing. My son is super creative and loves building stuff, and I want to encourage that, but I also want to encourage picking up your shit when you're done. Because the number of times I've been like, alright, I'll put everyone to bed, good night, love you guys, and then I go walking through the dark so it doesn't, like, wake them up anymore. Spicy Noodle is playing Uma Musume, hell yeah, dog. Anyway. And so I'm walking through the dark, and I step on Legos or trip over my daughter's little push cart thing. Like, first of all, I don't understand, like, how the hell did we sell that as a child's toy? Like, yo, you know those awesome carts that your mom uses at the store when she gets super depressed about spending hundreds of dollars on groceries? You want to play that game? Hell yeah. But I've met so many little girls who've been like, oh yeah, one of my favorite toys is my shopping cart. And I'm like, dog, I hate any time I have to touch a shopping cart. One, because they're fucking disgusting. But two, because, like, it's the depression of I know that if I'm getting a cart, I'm probably spending hundreds of dollars on groceries. That scene from Lego Movie 2 with the mom stepping on Legos, I don't remember much about the Lego movies. I'm sure I've seen the second one, but I just remember the, whatever they call it, the grackle or whatever with the super glue. Oh, this is gonna be really annoying if fight through the wall. Is that a 4DP Devimon? Yes, it is. It might be 5. It's somewhere in there. I think we're gonna cap out at 21. I just want to get the evolution. But we can definitely check that once this battle is over right now. Yeah, the wife went to the store and came back with $400 in groceries. Children are expensive. It is. And it's really hard because you want to be... You want to be responsible and like, oh, I don't want to just... I don't know, I'm lazy and don't like leaving the house. So I try to do 2 weeks at a time, but then holy shit is it expensive. Which evolution Devimon? It was a Demi Devimon that I keep taking back to a Demi Devimon. And then bringing it up to Devimon. I believe we should be getting Myotismon. Does it not show its DP here? Oh, it's either 4 or 5. Alright. I just want to look around to make sure, because I'm pretty sure we get stuck on the next floor because I didn't bring the ammo. Doesn't it turn in Myotismon as Ice Devimon? You know, I'm not sure. I believe in this game it goes... Yeah, we're not going to get out of here. We're going to have to go back and get the item. Alright. But I believe it is... Demi Devimon, Devimon, Myotismon, Venom Myotismon in this game. I'm not sure about Ice Devimon, though. Alright, now I guess let's pack since we're gonna have to go there. We do have a ridiculous amount of items because of all the grinding I did. I have no clue, but I thought the only reason to DP increase Demi Devimon was to get Devimon's tech. You just sort of get... I'm not super great at this game. This is a game that I played as a kid, and I've been learning stuff as I've been playing through it as an adult. But... especially with the Demi Devimon you get at the beginning, you sort of have to increase its DP just because it's at a level cap of 11 when it starts. Or 13, it's somewhere in there. and you don't have a whole lot of high level cap Digimon available to you. So if you want to raise the level, you're raising it by 2 because of the metric it goes by, and then getting 1 more DP. I didn't mean to do Digimon, but items. Let's see, what should we take with us? We don't really need EP packs to go through that area. We need the magic missile to get through. Doesn't hurt to take a drill missile. We can take an extra one. And yeah, I think we're good. So let's go back now and see if she said data or disk. Because I don't remember. It was DD. Yeah, I got the Metal Greymon. I tried to get a second one, but I only had the toy cars. So I wasted like 5 toy cars on it. Got a decent... It was the medium heart, not the full one. And it just didn't want to stay, which is fine. But we did get the first one. I used it a lot for grinding out. I just would go all the way through doing all the battles and then go defeat the Metal Greymon for a decent boost to experience. Yeah, in that area, until you clear the actual mission, you can get a repeated amount, and because you can get toy cars in the dungeon with it, you can sit there, grind a couple times, and get more toy cars, and then you just sort of roll the dice on if he accepts the toys and if he has enough heart, and if you roll a catch with it. And you can do that as many times. You could get you can get tons of them as long as you're willing to have the patience to do it. And you can keep beating it as well to get experience until you beat the boss in that area. Omni, do you have some issues to work out right there? Must have been female. No matter what you did, it wasn't good enough and it still left. That would be me trying to solve a problem, though. I don't know why she left. I kept giving her toy cars. I don't know what else she wanted. Fellas, take my advice. Toy cars, according to the game, work on everyone. So that should be perfectly fine to fix any marital spats you might have. Alright, now we should be able to... Yeah, also I got the upgrade to destroy the landmines, which is cool. But we should be able to take this guy out and then go up left and take out the spore that is right there, which should open everything up for us. I'm so curious why ads just haven't been going today. I'm trying to watch it in Twitch and in OBS, and it's just not running ads. It says I'm live, it knows I'm live, you guys are hearing me, but... Oh, and then it runs one as I'm saying that, of course it does. Sorry about that, anybody who was watching. Did not mean for that to, like, spook the ad ghost into, coming. But now it just completely... You said its names 3 times, for real. But I don't know, because now it has completely gotten rid of the... ad need, because it shows a little behind the scenes in OBS. It shows a bar graph, and all the blue is the time you are good and don't need to do an ad, and all the little yellow areas is when you will be running ads, and I try to plan things around that, but now it's all gone, and it doesn't seem to have a reason for why it's like that. I'm not gonna complain, I hate running ads, but I don't know. Maybe it had a little leftover from last stream, because I think it ran an ad right before we were ending, so maybe we just got lucky. Bro, come on. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. But I know I saw an ad, because I'm doing that thing where I throw up the stream on TV with the volume turned off, so my kid can watch the game without hearing all the dumb shit I say. And an ad played at the very beginning. I don't know. It would be a crime if everything worked all the time when trying to stream. Devimon is hitting that Roman salute hard. I don't want to hit that, so I guess we're gonna go the long way around. Man, I wasted a Spore Buster, and it didn't even matter. Hey, everyone who just got back from the ad, sorry about that. Apparently I talked about it too much, and Twitch decided, oh, you want ads? I'll give you ads. But welcome back. Alright, let's go ahead and check the other way. This dungeon isn't huge, so we should have more than enough EP. As long as we don't get like an EP... Of course, there's nothing there. The EP bugs are annoying. The bit bugs are worse because it eats your money. It's like having children, but in the game. Baksu. Yeah, it's fine. Should be able to be disabled. Alright, part fix. Good to know. I did a poll on Twitter to ask if you guys wanted me to rotate through Digimon World 2, Digimon World 3, and Digimon World Next Order to get some variety, and it was overwhelming. There was a decent amount of votes, and everyone just said, nah, soldier through Digimon World 2 until you're done with it, and then switch games. So that's what we're gonna do. Which means it's probably going to be a decent while before we get back to Next Order, and I don't know what's gonna happen next in the game, but we were also getting pretty hard-walled. And that one is so much harder than this game just because the Digimon actually have lifespans, and they die and turn into eggs. And I could make sure that nothing, like, story-wise happened, and Gomamon really. But I could make sure that nothing story-wise happened, and just go through that and go through life cycles to build up the Digimon, but other than that, like, you guys would miss so much with me grinding there, as we're like, oh yeah, I know, we had a different Digimon last time we saved, and now they're all dead, and it's been like 5 generations. So that one's just, I feel like it's a harder one to grind. I am excited to get to Digimon World 3, though. Once we get there, I will have you guys help me decide which team we're going for. I forgot that the monkey one that I was talking about that has the slingshot, its name is Monmon, because it's a monkey Digimon, so it's Monmon. And then you have Kotemon, the one with the bamboo sword and the fencing mask, and the other one is like Cubmon or Bearmon. I think it's Bearmon, and that is a pugilist fist fighter teddy bear. And then it's a 3-party team. That one, it has a really interesting evolution mechanic because it lets you have like base levels on your Digimon, and then you have levels on your different evolutions. So you get like different access to different evolutions based on, oh, you need to be level 40 on Mon and level 20 on Greymon to unlock this other evolution. So all of the Digimon seem to get access to all of the evolutions. It's just some of them have an easier time if that's naturally part of their evolution group versus having to go through a bunch of hoops to get the different evolutions for Digimon that wouldn't normally turn that way. But you get access to different teams. So you have the main ones that are the leaders, but then you have the different teams have like Gyomon, Agumon, Renamon, Patamon, in some order like that. I think it is whatever, Bearmon, Agumon, and no, it's Bearmon, Renamon, Patamon, I think, Kotemon, Gyomon, and Patamon, and Monmon, Gyomon, and Renamon, I think, is the starting lineup. I'm gonna be really pissed if I went through all of this and find out that actually no, she said the other domain and you just didn't remember correctly. Alright, we're just gonna do this. Set them on fire. Fire blast. Oh, of course, Biyomon didn't get up. It better be enough to knock out Gomamon. Don't get up. Don't do it. Yeah, you know it's good for you. Alright, let's go ahead and get this box. Alright. This thief better be here. I want the box. What's in the box? The fact that the enemies can't move through the boxes actually makes really good strategic plays. You can position yourself to where they have to go around the box, and that will give you more time if you're trying to pump pump toys into a specific Digimon. You can buy yourself time like that. Light 'em up, 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 light 'em up, light 'em up, up, you're on fire. Alright, come on, come on, come on. That is the big thing playing older games that I would change. Like, I wish I could just leave the game alone. I'm like, hey, can we just improve the loading times and the waiting times? Like, that would be great. But other than that, just leave the game alone. I don't need you to remake it. I don't need you to remaster it. Just work on the black screens and the transitions and the Digimon going through, like, attack and then waiting a couple seconds and then doing the attack and then the attack loading. Like, other than that, everything is fantastic. Party time. Oh, well, I guess I wasted an attack. Darn. So, good to note, Biomon does not like poop. Oh, this week, I just remembered. We'll not be having a stream on Saturday because we will be traveling to go see family. So I will try my best to stream on Friday, but there's no promises on that. We might just have a Tuesday, Thursday week and have to skip Saturday. Did they both just miss? Oh, he guarded, and then he missed. I was about to say, guys, get your shit together. Flashing fishies? I hope you catch something good. I'll go ahead and fish since this is going to take a second. Gonna be mostly lurking, getting ready for security conference. Well, I hope you have fun with that. Take that. I guess I should search the entire area for that girl. Just so I can definitively say that this was the wrong area. I don't want to fight you. Penguin Man. You got an barracuda. I got a... Oh, I thought it's a Swedish fish. It's a Finnish fish. No relation. It's just like that Futurama episode where they go to the Slurm factory and their song is like, "We are legally distinct from the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild." Gronka lonka dinkity ding dum guards. It is such an easy joke to make, but it is one of my favorite. Of him being like, "Oh, what's the secret ingredient?" And them coming out and being like, "Gronka lonka dinkity ding ingredient. You should not ask about the secret ingredient." Which I'm pretty sure is just how Snoop Dogg writes his songs, but... I don't know if you guys have seen it. It might not be any of your tastes. But it was Eminem, Lil Wayne, and Snoop Dogg released a couple songs together, and I thought they were pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of Lil Wayne as an artist, but I can absolutely have respect for the fact that, like, he's still around, he's still alive, and he did it really smart. He got out of that life, he got his shit together and started being a producer and is very open about talking like, "Nah, man, I don't bang anymore. That shit'll get you killed." And so I can definitely have some respect for getting your bag and skedaddling. Alright. This girl better be around here somewhere. That's just the, plot for Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Just crawling around the dungeon, finding women. Snow Agumon, Toy Agumon, and Clear Agumon. All of these should melt from getting set on fire. Fire. For a second, I thought your fish thing on the top right was some game feature I didn't know about. Nah, that's just some chat stuff. Feel free to type in !fish if you want to join the leaderboard and catch a fish. See if you can have better luck catching a fish than I do catching Digimon. I really like Gizamon, and I wish he was around more in current games. I'm still holding out hope. We have Digimon Story Time Strangers, and we might get to see some Digimon we haven't. They're showing off now some new Digimon that look pretty good. But I'm hoping that we can get some Digimon we haven't seen in a while. I am excited that you can ride Digimon. Super fun, super awesome. There was a tweet that people have been having a lot of fun with online because it just was an unfortunate length and cut off in the wrong area. Digimon come in all shapes and sizes, and there are ones that are more mechanic, some that are more natural, and they... How do I phrase this? They were listing off the things that you can ride on or in Digimon. And we're like, oh, whether it's a seat, a back, or a cockpit, you can ride on anything. And the tweet turned out to be like, I hope you guys are ready to ride, whether it's a seat, a back, cock, and then ... read rest of tweet. Or read the rest of post. And people have been screenshotting the hell out of that, being like, excuse me? Like, I know Digimon has always been a little bit more mature than Pokemon, but unexpected. Light 'em up. Oh, I thought we were gonna go straight 29s. That's a bust. Couldn't even get a paralysis. Come on, man. Mina, thank you for the raid. Let me go and give you a shout out. I think I have it down now, so let's make sure. And haba. Will it work this time? Let's go, everybody. Give some love to Mina. Go give her a follow if you aren't. Mina's a fantastic friend of the channel and just a fantastic friend in real life. I gotta go, but have fun with Digimon. Absolutely. Thank you for the raid, Mina. I hope you have a good day. It's always fine to raid and run. Go take care of yourself. I know you got things going on. I hope that your stream went well. And welcome in, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I am Sorry El Nero. You can call me Sorry, you can call me Nero, whatever you want, just call me something. I sort of just stream whatever I want. A lot of it is just games from my childhood that I really want to share with people and never got the chance to because I didn't have friends. Right now we're playing Digimon World 2, released in Japan in 2000, in America in 2001. It is one of my favorite games. We're going to sort of be going through a lot of these, but yeah. That's me. I just sort of do whatever the hell I want and hope that people like it. I like that it made sure to let us know that it got paralyzed before it died. If the aesthetic is not your vibe, don't worry. The animation did get better as the games went along. This is one of the earliest Digimon games, other than the ones for like the Wonder Swan and stuff like that. There was Digimon World 1 also. I'm not sure if we're going to play that. We are playing the sequel / reimagining of it, Digimon World Next Order, where the main character from that game comes back as an NPC in that game. But between the mechanics and how clunky everything is, it might end up being like a goal, where if we hit some landmark, we will try out the game. But did they block this? Wow. Not cool. But we will be playing Digimon World 3 and going through the new game and some of the side games too, because they had some cool DS games too. But I do have plans for stuff other than Digimon, don't worry. But Digimon will always be my number one. Digimon, Pokemon, Monster Rancher, all of those things were things that I really enjoyed growing up, and getting to share them with people is what I've wanted to do for a long time. Let's see, what did Omni say? I don't know about the maturity of Digimon versus Pokemon. Brock was a pretty sketchy character. Brock just wanted some, like, he did not care. It was just very funny how, like, he was super into Nurse Joy, but he's like, any of them. Any of the Nurse Joys. I don't care. Yeah, sure, I like this one, but, like, you got a sister? Yeah, in a different town? Dope. See you later. And there are definitely some mature jokes in the games and in the show. I still go back to the Pokemon 2000 with Lugia and the legendary birds, where they cut to the ceremony they're having, and the girl who just brought them over to the island on her boat is in the middle of a joke, and she says, "No, but I have Krabbies." Brock was sketchy as fuck, but not because he lusted. Remember, the whole reason he's running the gym is to take care of his family that his dad ran out on. Then he's like, "Oh, Dad mysteriously showed back up. Well, I'm running off with this 11-year-old now." That is, in fact, what happened. He stepped up, and once Dad comes back, he can go be a kid, and being a kid means leaving your home and traveling across the country, making animals fight. I don't know what's sketchy about that. I will say, early Pokemon was really interesting with all the things you could theorize about. Like, oh, why aren't there very many adult men? The only adult men you ever see are people like gym leaders and in the Elite Four. And then Lieutenant Surge talks about there being a war. Is this possibly the, like, aftermath of war, and most of the adult-aged men had children left and then died at war, and you're playing in that world, and there was just so much stuff like that. Alright. Useless items. They're not useless. They're good items, but right now it's just not exactly the play. There was also the ridiculous amount of canceled or censored episodes. I do kind of want to fight you, actually. Unimon. And, like, the one that caused, like, one of the biggest plot holes was the Safari Zone episode, where they just completely took it out of the lineup because the warden had a gun and fired it at the kids. And they were like, nope, can't have any of that. We've got to scrap that. And that's the episode where Ash catches, like, 100 Tauros. And so you never get to see that, and then later it's just Professor Oak's like, oh yeah, I have all 100 of your Tauros in the box, and you're like, where the hell did those come from? Wonder how many of those theories are based on ideas that only exist in localization and not in source material? Oh, absolutely. Like, there's a lot. I've watched a stupid amount of videos on the localizations of video games, and Nobu Ogasawara, who did the first 3 or 4 generations just by himself of translating from Japanese to English localization. And he admits, he's like, oh yeah, some of it was just, like, my taste. There's the whole, like, the nugget joke doesn't land. Because, like, in Japanese it's golden balls and it's a nut joke, and like, oh, well, we can't have that over in America. It's a golden nugget. So there are plenty of times that were way creepier in the Japanese side because, like, ha ha ha, that old man's giving you his golden balls. And it's like, I guess we're not going to say that. So here you go. This guy's just nice and giving you a really valuable item. I will say, one of my main rants with Pokemon is the whole, what's it called? Electric Warrior Porygon episode. I understand that it caused seizures, and that is bad. But one, they did my boy Porygon dirty. Him and any of his evolutions have never been in the anime since then. And it wasn't his fault. The strobing effect happened because Pikachu decided to electrocute some missiles that were being shot at him, and that caused them to explode, causing the flashing on screen. And they were like, oh shit, well, Pikachu is our mascot, so I guess it's not him. Who can we blame this on? Like, absolute patsy. My boy Porygon got done dirty, and it's not cool. I like Porygon, man. I would like to see them show him some love, and maybe, because, like, the evolution goes Porygon 2 with the upgrade, and then Porygon Z with the dubious disc because, oh, it got glitched out because people messed with the code and all of that. I would like to see just, like, a further upgrade item, and then you get, like, Porygon 3 when it is properly upgraded and not corrupted. I think that would be awesome. It's not going to happen, but I can hope. I think that put you at your level cap. Yeah, Hazard's at the level cap, so we will change the line to make this not as tedious. Let's bring in Reverse Bug. I will say that stuff like the theories and stories that come from the game, it's sort of sad that it doesn't seem like that is as much of a thing now. You have people who immediately data dump games and you know everything about it. There's not a whole lot of things. And I know there's still, like, some really deep hidden achievements in certain games and fun little Easter eggs, but, like, the adventure feels gone. You find out about Missing No in Pokemon, and you're like, oh shit, Missing No is real, what else is real? And you start trying everything and whatever. There's Glitch City and all of that, and that sense of wonder, it's not really even possible to get a lot of stuff like that other than super intentionally because of the prevalence of downloadable content and being able to do like .2 upgrades to be like, oh, we patched out an issue. It's like, no. Part of the issue is because we have this whole like, oh, we can just ship a game unfinished and then finish it later. It's fine. And so you get a shit game at first, and then it slowly gets better, but you're losing some of the stuff that made certain areas fun. And also, I don't know, man, it was an adventure. As long as it didn't actively break the game, like, the glitches were so much fun. I remember buying from our, like, Radio Shack-ass stores, like, the little books of cheat codes and glitches, and you would look in the glossary and find the game you're looking for, and go to that page and see if there were any cheats you missed or any glitches that you could use to help you out. And it was always super fun. And now the internet itself didn't necessarily like completely kill that, because you had things like Cheat Code Central, cheatcc.com, and things like that where you would go and look it up and take a second and go find it. And now everything is just so available, and we're all really read up on that. And even kids these days are like, no, yeah, that kind of sounds like bullshit. I'm not falling for it. But I don't know. I feel like even now, just things like cheat codes. Games are so customizable, and you can do pretty much anything with a lot of things. And there's not really a reason to have them, but it was just such a cool thing. The idea of doing the Konami code and getting 100 lives to help you through a hard shoot-'em-up game, or I don't know, man. It feels like an era that is gone. I feel like an old-ass man being like, back in my day. But, like, I don't know. It was part of the charm. Discord communities combined with data mining and YouTube as a job killed that. It has a combination of those things. Yeah, it was. But I don't know. That's why, like, I definitely watch an unholy amount of certain types of YouTube videos while I'm working, and I'll have like things I bet you didn't know about Pokemon Crystal or whatever. And that's fun because there was like little hidden secrets and glitches and things like that. And you just don't really get a lot of that. Occasionally you'll have somebody who finds some Easter egg or something that they didn't know was in the game from a game within the last 10 years. And everyone's like, I don't know, it feels less cool because now it's like, oh shit, they hid this for 2 years, that's insane. And there's that quest line in Final Fantasy IX that they knew about in Japan, but because people weren't exactly translating guides and really into the internet back at that time, it sort of got faded away, and it took like 26 years to find this hidden thread of doing particular things in a particular order to complete every single mission. And that was such a big deal. And like, I don't know that we're ever going to get a point where a secret can stay hidden in a game for 26 years. Cheat codes are card slash nowadays. Yeah. Fun thing about those videos is there's several times where I'm like, wait, that's not a secret tourist zoomer detected. I know more than one person from my generation has found out that something we all knew and discovered together later became discovered 20 years later and recorded as a world first because internet. That is very fair. That is fair. I will say that, especially with how much I get into things like gaming history and secrets and stuff like that, it has become more of an adventure to be like, 10 things you didn't know about gaming, and I'm like, try me, bitch. Like, I have wasted a disgusting amount of my life doing this, so I bet you I do know. Which is just hilarious to me because of the, like, minute detail. I know a lot of the things that I really enjoy. And then there's shit that, like, pretty much everyone knows that I'm like, what? That's crazy, just because it's not something I was ever super interested in. And I do try to watch stuff on that, like learning histories of World of Warcraft and stuff like that. Like, never super been into that. It looks like it would be fun if you had some friends, but also it just feels really grindy too. But I don't know, like, what? I thought this was the last part of the main. I swear, if she's not here, I'm going to be very upset. I don't know, man. I like video games. That's all I can really say about it. I want that box. Did you know people are freaking out about saving Sid in Final Fantasy VI now as if that's new information? Yeah, I know. That one was sort of wild to me. I'm waiting for people to, in September, dump the ROM for Final Fantasy Tactics when they release the remake. Because the remake has the original game as well as the updated one. So I'm waiting for people to freak out and be like, oh, you can get this character, that character, whatever. And it's like, nah, dog, we all knew that. It was a pain in the ass, but we all knew it. I remember being like, I think I was about 14, replaying the game, and at that point having decent enough internet to follow like a point-by-point guide to get every single character. And it was a pain in the ass, but it was, I don't know, I say worth it like it has any sort of inherent value, but it was a lot of fun, and it was fun memories and just little shit. Like, it's not just, oh, you need to get this character. It was like, you have to have Mustadio, and you have to accept him onto your team, and then you have to take him to this specific mission at this specific time, and then he will dig through the rubble and find something which will activate the trigger to get Aerith to come and offer you flowers, and then, yeah, did you know you could get Cloud? Yeah. I don't know. I try not to do it on stream very much, but I have always been the person who does, like, ridiculous safety saving. Like, I save in, like, multiple different save files until it fills up. And then slowly, as I feel comfortable, once it is completely filled, I will be like, alright, now I can go back and resave over save file 1, because I don't think I'm going to go back to the beginning of the game. And then I'll slowly work my way through just in case I find out that, oh shit, I made the wrong choice here. I have to go all the way back. Or when you're playing games like Conception, you're trying to get the ending with all 14 of the girls and then the group everyone's happy ending. Then you also have to have a bunch of different save files. I guess I could have gone with Persona and made that like not weird, but I guess I did. Anyway. And I don't know. It was an endeavor. I mean, that is sort of the point in that game. I should play Conception. I have it on my PlayStation. I should get the capture for that going and play Conception. It is such a fun game. It has an anime. The anime is okay. Not nearly as good as the game. And then there is a second one that is the first one I played, actually, before they made the remake available on PS4 and PS5. But I don't know. I don't know. It feels like there is still a thread of, like, doing stuff like that. But even with Persona 5, the week after the game came out, there was, like, step-by-step instructions on, alright, so you want to pick this thing and do this thing, and for the entirety of the game, and then you'll end up with the happy ending for this person, and blah, 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 and you'll want to save specifically at this point, so then you can rewind it and still get the ending for this person. In my opinion, data mining is what really ruins secrets, but there wouldn't be a reason to do that without clout chasing on YouTube or other socials. Yeah. I don't know. It is hard because YouTube does make that kind of rough. Because it used to be everyone gets the game, you play it on the weekend, then you see your friends and you're like, oh my gosh, did you play the game? Did you get this? No, this happened. Oh, what did you do to get that happen? And now it's like, with like social media copies of it, people will... I'm sorry, I am dealing with the fact that there's a cat hair on my tongue. But people get their press copy, and then day one, the game just came out, and there's a walkthrough or a video covering every story beat or whatever. And I know it's still on you to not look at that, but it does take away some of the fun figuring things out as a community aspect of it. I enjoyed when the devs would hide secrets from Prima for people to discover without the strategy guide. Rare was notorious for that. Prima hated it. Dude, Rare used to be so much fun. On the point of Rare, I know that a lot of people do not like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, but I think that game is really fun. And again, it is a game that has some fun-ass glitches in it that I think make it a lot more fun than just the base game. But, like, I don't know. I think Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts gets a lot more hate than it should. Alright, is this... What is so wrong with the fact that I just wanted to progress the story? I swear if she said disk domain, because the disk domain is one of the first ones, and it's super short and super easy, and if I just did the most recent one I just did, just to not find her... Sure, I cannot look at spoilers, but I can't exactly brag about unusual story beats I found through gameplay either, so even if I don't spoil myself, it robs the community experience. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Is, yeah, I can avoid spoilers. It's sort of the I don't know. Not to be super boomery about it, but it's the whole idea of, like, the internet has brought us, like, so close together with, like, I could call a friend in Japan and talk to them and whatever, and yet it is also driven wedges and pulled people apart, and we have the, like, lowest average social ability, even though we have tools that should technically make being social unbelievably easy. I don't know. I know that I wouldn't even be able to be streaming right now without it, but I do frequently question if the internet was a mistake. It just sort of feels like the whole vibe of, even in some ways we have gotten too smart for our own good, and it is only making us dumber in other ways. Like, I try to imagine something like Y2K happening now, like the freak out over that and what a simple thing it was and how people were about that. And I try to think of that happening now, and I'm like, oh no, people know enough about that stuff to not freak out about that. For the most part, there's still people. But then also, there... Oh, my map. But then also, people just freak out about different things, so, like, it doesn't really matter. But the other things that people freak out about are not things that I enjoy spending my time doing, so I will still complain about it. Well, it doesn't look like she was here, so unless I missed her somehow, I guess we'll go check the other domain. As you go on in the game, the domains get larger, or as the kids say, domain expansion. RM also, I love that you were like, I'll probably be lurking for most of this because I'm getting ready for this, and then immediately just like paragraphs. Let's see, have you noticed that the kids these days are even less computer literate than they used to be because they grew up on iPhones instead of desktops? I have noticed that, and I also... Part of it is the... So the reason for that is my suit fit perfectly, and I wasn't expecting that. Hell yeah. But part of it is I think that things have become too easy. And I don't mean that, oh, back in my day we had to work and all of that. Like, it's just... I'm sorry, you've seen me. I'm so used to things, you just plug it in and it works, that I spent an hour and a half plus on call with you trying to get my mic to work. Or balancing out my levels or things like that. I guess let's check disk domain. I swear if we get in here and she's like right there, I'm not going to be happy. Get out of my way. My subordinate is really smart. I'm qualifying that before I talk shit about her, but she had to ask me how to find the SATA chords in a PC today. And I feel like you see that a lot with, not all, but some bigger streamers. Because of the ease of just being like, no, I am buying this from a gaming computer company, and it has everything I need, and it is ready to go, and you just sort of plug it in, or it has very detailed instructions on how to plug each part in and all of that. That once something goes wrong, there wasn't a whole lot of mechanical knowledge there in the first place, and it becomes an issue. It also feels like the world has gone so far towards... Please stop moving, I just want to leave. Oh, well, I have to go that way anyway, damn it. It feels like things have gotten so software-focused that we've sort of let hardware knowledge slip, too. Because as things have sort of homogenized and all sort of become the same, we don't need to know. It's like, we know that basically any hard drive, any memory stick, any whatever that we get from anyone is pretty much going to be the same. There might be some slight differences, but for the most part, like, it's all fine, whatever. And that has led people, when there's actual technical issues, to be like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. Oh, we absolutely have. The idea that I could just replace a power supply floors people. That is the thing. Is like, it's also become way easier than ever. Like, it's not always... So I work in the data center side, and it blows people away because it's not even like how you... Like, all right, we need to shut everything down. We need to make sure nothing's running and all of that. We have to take everything apart and take different pieces. It's like, no, we have hot swap pretty much everything. As long as you're running redundant power supplies, you can hot swap your power supply on the go while it's still running. Like, it is so easy, and it still freaks people out. And I'm like, you do understand that not that long ago, this was a massive undertaking, and now it's literally like, hey, you see that tab right there? You pull on that. That takes it out. You seat the new one exactly like that one was. And then you keep going. Honestly, I feel the same when it comes to problems I need wiring schematics, or I needed wiring schematic for. Preach. My Cisco USC or UCS has quad PSUs. It's so good. See, that's awesome. And I don't know. I know that people are like, that is the issue with the government also. I mean, the problem with the government. But in working technology with them, one, it's the fact that they don't have anyone who understands the technology in power. But also, I don't know if they never upgrade it or whatever, but depending on which branch you're working with, it will be ridiculous. We'll have people complaining like, why the hell is this server $20,000? I'm like, sir, what you don't understand is you asked for like 5 GPUs, and it's a 4U server, and you are running like 128 cores on it, and you have over a terabyte of memory, and you have like 500 terabytes of storage on it. That thing should be like $1.3 million, but because you're the government, we've done absolutely everything we can, and you're still complaining. And they're like, oh yeah, well, the last one we bought was only like $5,000. Like, when did you buy it? And they're like, 1998. And I'm like, well, sir, let me tell you something about the fact that technology advances. It's a great thing. The one that killed me recently was the Navy put out a memorandum saying that I want every base to have the capability of running AI software within the next couple of years. And so they've been trying to talk about it, and it feels like they don't want to actually have the conversation. Like, I get it. AI and GPU and all that, that's scary. There's a big price tag, but like, they're like, oh, well, I'll just go like piece part it. And we just had a big problem with that. Hold on, before I get ranting on that. That server is $20,000 because it's made out of space metal and only needs rails you would use with one used 12 years ago, and it's quad redundant PSU and with 4 built-in lag group via SFP+, and also all the fans are hot. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. And you try to explain that, and people just won't. And they're like, oh, we'll keep running it on our old, like, Dell 4th generation when they're on Gen 17 right now. And it's like, dude, you not understand. And I know, this is something that I want to talk to you about when we get on stream together, RM. But, like, the hardware side of security, it's like, yo, I know that technically you have a lot of duct tape on it, and my brother in Christ, I can hot swap whole ass daughter boards now. It's wild. It is amazing. And as easy as things have gotten, it feels like we've made it so easy that people don't know shit about it. We had to have a conversation with... Oh, we're going to jump back to this story. We just had a big-ass problem because we had somebody order like 130 servers. It was a massive thing. I worked my ass off making sure everything worked because, like, regardless of what people want to say, like, I don't necessarily care about the selling part. My focus as a, like, technical person on the team is I want to make sure shit works. That sort of falls into sales because, you know, a happy customer is going to come back more. But at the end of the day, I don't care. I just want to make sure it works because that's my tax dollars. And I would prefer you not waste my money. And they were wanting a double L40 server, fully decked out. And then they came back to us and like, you know what? We're not going to do the L40s. We're not going to have GPUs. We don't need that right now. We'll just buy the 128 servers or whatever the hell. And so they did. And I was like, okay. So I remade it. Because, oh, well, shit, if you're not doing the GPUs, I guess I won't have it be a GPU server with the proper shrouds and the proper heat sink and all of that stuff. Then we get a call. Like, 4 months later. Hey, so what we actually did was we found, like, a reseller that had the L40s for cheaper. So we just ordered the servers and then ordered 240 of those to go in the servers. And now there's not room for it. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's my thing, is that they're like, oh, well, we didn't want to tell you that we were buying stuff from other people. I'm like, I do not give a shit. I am not this company. I don't care. Like, yeah, am I technically supposed to care? Am I technically supposed to be like, oh, well, it's better if you get it all from us because then it'll be under warranty? I don't care. I don't care if you want to get a Dell server and a Cisco SFP, as long as everything works. Like, I don't care. As an individual. What I do care about is you telling me we're not doing GPUs, because they're like, hey, the GPUs aren't fitting, and I'm like, because you told me there weren't going to be GPUs, so I didn't have the server ready for GPUs. So then one of my field guys go out there, and we shouldn't have sent him. We wanted to send somebody else, but he was on vacation. And so this guy's like, oh, I'll go, and I knew it was going to be a problem right then. But we're like, all right, Jim, go ahead, whatever, do it. And he comes back and was like, oh, I was able to fit the GPUs in. And I was like, excuse me? Right, because then you scale down the chassis and stuff and save them a boatload of money. Exactly. It didn't have the right shroud, it didn't have the right risers, it didn't have the right thermals. But anyway, he's just like, yeah, so there was still room in there, so I was able to get it all connected. And I was like, excuse me again. He's like, yeah, they know that they need the new risers and all of that, but that at least lets them turn it on and start getting the BIOS loaded onto the GPUs and everything. And I was blown away. It has caused such a big pain in the ass. Like, I was like, just because you could fit them into the chassis. Like, there was technically space. Does not mean that that's okay. And he's like, oh yeah, I know, because because it wasn't GPU ready, we didn't have the power cables. So I ordered them the power cables so they could plug it into the board so they could get it started. And I was like, Jim, it does not have the shroud, it does not have the thermals, it does not have the correct seating. They have the high probability of voiding all warranty and also destroying those servers. And I'm not looking to be on the hook for the government being pissed that they just wasted hundreds of thousands of dollars on 128 servers that just exploded because you went up there and stuffed 2 L40 GPUs into a server that was not set for GPUs. You should start all quotes with, okay, before I start your quote, how many BTUs of cooling capacity does the location servers are going in have? Yeah, exactly. We've run into issues where it's a big issue we run into with the government is they will go and get like a technical discussion going with people and they'll just nod there and be like, oh, well, they said we need this. So then they will ask me for that, and I'm like, you're sure you need that? What are you trying to do? And they're like, don't worry about it. We've already talked to our technical team, and they know what we need. And so then I'll be like, all right, and I'll configure it out. And a lot of the time, the issue comes up that, one, it was way more than they needed, but two, like you were saying, they don't have the proper power in the room, or they don't have the right cooling, or the thing that they just built requires like heavy liquid cooling, and they're not set up to sustain that. And then I go over all of that. That is the thing. I don't know why people who are allowed to spend government money apparently can't fucking read. I have it multiple times in my email, like, oh, before purchasing this, please make sure you have gone over the technical specs in your quotation. And I will call stuff out, because I know that people don't look. They look at the price, and they're like, alright, that's fine, get it. And so I'll call it out in the email. I'll be like, hey, here's your quote, but I want to call these things out. And you call it out, and you're like, hey, this is liquid cooling. This is going to draw a shit ton. Like, we are running a single, non-redundant 3,800 watt power supply, which will not just plug into your wall because of the ridiculous amount of power draw that you wanted from this octuple GPU, 2.5 terabytes of memory monster that you made because that's what you were told you needed. And they're like, all right, cool, and they'll put in the order, and then you're like, what the fuck is this? Why does it have plug for liquid in it? I'm like, because of all the things I told you multiple times. What's your experience there? I find things that are overlooked in order of most to least likely are BTU's power and network throughput IOPS. Sometimes it is going to be small things like the actual connections for the power, because I always make sure that things will technically work and then call it out like, hey. But one of the biggest ones that we come through is we will try to explain like, all right, this is C13, C14 plugins. We need to make sure that you're able to do it. I have to look up a walkthrough, and they're like, yeah, we know. And then they're like, oh, this isn't plugging in right. And I'm like, well, dude, I tried to tell you that you needed a special, like, ability to plug this in. IOPS I've never really run into, just because a lot of what I do is either, like, heavy SSD or NVMe. So, with a lot of what they're doing, they aren't super IOP heavy. They don't know what a C13 is, and their pride wouldn't let them ask. No, I send pictures. I send, like, see, this is the graph of a lot of the most common plugins that are had in data centers in America. And then I'll, like, draw on and be like, this is the one you need. And they're like, yeah, that's what we have. And then they're like, we don't have this. I'm like, motherfucker. Network throughput is the one that pisses me off the most, because, like, I do this. This is my thing. And I know that's hilarious because I had a really hard time plugging my computer into the internet. But when it comes to the, like, data center side, I know this shit. And when they're like, oh, we're wanting to run high availability VMware to be able to migrate constantly and all that, so I'm like, okay, well, cool. Let's look at what your networking is. Like, no, we want to keep it down at 1 gig copper. And we're like, I do not recommend anything less than 25 gig. And they're like, well, we're not doing that. I'm like, okay, then you're not going to get what you want. You're going to be pissed off that it's still super slow, even though you just got this new thing. And they're like, no, it's fine. We'll stake it 1 gig. Bro, I'll be real. The data center doesn't look anything like consumer devices. I understand now. Yeah, exactly. That's my thing is my grandma has messaged me being like, hey, so what laptop do you think me and grandpa should get so we can play Spider Solitaire and get on Facebook? I'm like, dog, honestly, anything is probably fine, but like, that's not my thing. I am fully away from that world. Hey, guess who's at the AT&T store because his wife just demolished her phone? Oh no. What'd she do? I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing right now. Alright. We did video and disk domain. We went to BIOS domain. We got drive and web domain. Yep. Oh, okay. Alright. I was being dumb. It's fine. Progress will still be made even though we wasted an hour and a half. But I got to rant about this shit. To be honest, I've stopped recommending the elderly things that aren't Apple devices. The walled garden is much better for them. Oh yeah. I can honestly see that. The big one that I've seen as far as like security concerns go, because it is concerning. Again, as much as I technically work for the company I work for, I still am a citizen who has to be, you know, slightly worried not only with what our tax dollars are doing, but the safety of the information, because like there's a lot of classified shit on my computer, and that's why I have like multi-layers of logins and hard keys and pins and passwords and getting different separate codes. And then the number of times we're like, oh yeah, no, like the main head node is just like in the middle of the room and we keep the computer open so people can get to it easily. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I get in trouble if I leave my computer unlocked, if I stand up and step away from my desk. Not like walk down the hall, not go to the bathroom. If I am out of my chair, standing at my desk and my computer is unlocked, I could get fired. What the fuck are you doing? You are a, like, military intelligence command. Or we'll have lovely times where it's like, oh, well... Oh, we found out that there's a vulnerability in the current networking stuff you're using. It's a really easy upgrade. You don't even have to take the system down. I'd really recommend running that as soon as you can. And they're like, oh yeah, it's on our list. I think we can get around to it in like 2 or 3 months. And I'm like, let me repeat that. You have a vulnerability, and you are the like headquarters of naval intelligence. Fix your shit. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll get around to it. And I'm like, please just do it. And then, of course, their superior eventually calls us and is like, why the fuck didn't you tell us about this? This should have been done months ago. And I'm like, I save everything now. Like, I have all of my emails where I'm like, oh, you can actually see where I communicated this 8 times to your subordinate, telling him that he really needed to do this right now because this is a national security risk at this point. Yeah, this scene rather gone, we don't have 5 minutes. Excuse me, Angemon, I want to ask you something. What would you like to know, Mr. Guard Tamer? Do you know anything about a place called Device Domain? What happened was that generator parts from the power generator were stolen. I'm looking for the thief, and that thief has something to do with Device Domain. It was a DD. That is a problem. Do you know about the Blood Knights revolt that happened 30 years ago in the city? Holy shit, that sounds metal as fuck. Have fun lurking, RM. I appreciate the conversation. Device Domain was created by the people who left the city during the revolt. In fact, we also left the city and started living here at about the same time. All those who left the city have tried to hide where they live now. That's why even I don't know where Device Dome is. I see. Even you don't know. Then all I have to go on is to find that girl Kim. Kim? I know about her. She stops by here from time to time. She was just here a little while ago. She was asking about the domain where old ancient artifact thingies are dug up. I told her about Drive Domain and Web Domain. Really? Then I'll go to those domains right away. Mother... I was just there. Sequence breaking. Bro, we have a Win server, 2008 R2. Still, the amount of paperwork that thing causes is unreal. I know. That's the thing, too, is like... I wish I could make you understand. Like, I know that you, as the person who just signs the check... I already forgot where the fuck I'm going. But I know that you don't care. But it would free your people up to actually make some sort of progress if they weren't constantly fixing or having to write reports on the shitty-ass stuff you have. I don't know. It's ridiculous. It really is. Really, that's great. So if I go there right now, I might be able to meet her. Yes, probably. There's a good chance that you'll find her. Thank you. I'll go there right away. I was asking if what dinner was looking like as far as timing goes because of all the running around bullshit that we just did. Alright, now we have a new domain. Well, I guess shit, man. Let's go do some digivolving and see what we can get. Yeah, welcome back. I know. Thank you. Wasted so much time. Alright, let's digivolve. It's time to digivolve. Yeah, digivolve. Bring it on. Let's see what Devimon turns into. Myotismon. Mwahahaha. Just enough for me to fuse you. Then we'll get Nanimon and... Is that one Cyclonemon? I think that's Cyclonemon that we'll get. And then we'll start making people better. Alright, bring it on, Cyclonemon. But it is just wild. I feel like it is a pretty universal thing of just wondering, like, yo, so much money could be saved if we just, you know, had people who knew what the fuck they were doing pretty much anything. That turns to Kunemon. That's a Devimon. Tsukaimon. I might actually go Tsukaimon. I don't want to be an Otamamon. Alright. Nope. Let's go with Hazard. Tsukaimon. This is Nerozard. Nerozard. Alright, now we will do reverse bug. What will you look here? That'll be a Kunemon. Kunemon. You just overpower shit. I think he just overpowers everything, but it will be good to have him because he will be a ultimate after this. Haguramon, no. I don't necessarily want a Kunemon. 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 Who will give the best boost? If we do reverse Omni could be good, but no, we're gonna go. Who was that? Reverse Yumi. Alright. It's time to fuse. This one, to be fair, could also be ZV because it has the little mollusk slime thing in its mouth. But that's not nearly as funny as making her a Numamon, so I stand by my decision. Reverse Yumi. Pokemon Go says, oh, it looks like an egg is about to hatch. I have not moved in 2 hours. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Alright, so we have Reverse Yumi and Neurozard. Let's see. Let's take Omni Noodle. Let's see, what about for you? That turns you into Sukaimon. Kunemon. Kizamon. I think we're going to get a good evolution, but I would like to... we might as well. Alright. This will be Omni ZV. Or Omni V. I think Omni V will be what we go with. Alright. We're getting our team set up and locked in. Omni V. Alright, who else do we have to work through? Let's just go ahead and mix some of these because they're not doing us any good here. I'll turn to an Otamamon. Yeah, sure, why not? Otamamon. This will be Rika Lily. I'm honestly just trying to raise the level cap on our highest ones. Alright, and then we have Bug, Haguramon, sure, we'll get Kunemon here, and get Noodlebug. Alright. Noodlebug. I think that should be good. We'll leave the rest of these guys to either get raised or be fodder for later. Now let's figure out the team. Alright, so all of that needs to switch. We will switch out Pixelation for Neurozard. Switch Inac for Omnivi. Switch out Waifu for Reverse Yumi. And then we'll take... Let's take Rika Lily as backup. Let's look at those stats since we've been mixing them a bit and see what we got. Alright. For being level 1, we have 57 attack and 50 defense. Nice. 49, 42. 58, 49. Hell yeah. Reverse Yumi is putting in work. Alright, so let's grab a couple skateboards since we sure should have the money. And save just in case we're still too weak to go solo the brand new thing that opened up with our group of rookies. Let's get like 8 skateboards should be fine. Transfer that. I will go out here first so we can transfer and then save. Boom, 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 boom. Transfer skateboards. Nope. Skateboards. Alright, and save. Game has been saved. Now tally ho. Yep, Digibeetle's ready. Let's go. We have 1 missile and 1 zapper, so we should be good. Should we run into anything awful, but no promises. Go to the modem domain. Patamon. Patamon, you turn into a ninja. Why would you do that to me? A grudge match. Why would they put friendly fire as the first attack? Everyone should level up from this. It's a level 2 Patamon, so that should be enough experience to at least get us new moves and the ability to switch around our moves. Oh, yeah. Hit him like a truck. Is Eevee. Alright. Let's just take friendly fire down. I like Spiral Saw, so we'll keep it in that order. We'll take all that. Black Pearl Shot is not bad. Alright, we're making it. We got it. We're big and strong. Water Ground, that would be nice for Syakomon. Anything cool in here? We'll take you out. Bring it on. Patamon grudge match. It looks like we have an ad coming in 1 minute. I don't do a lot of shilling, but this is my little bit of time to do it. I appreciate you sitting here, and if you want to watch the ad, that is totally fine. But if you want to enjoy Digimon without any ads, feel free to subscribe or use your Prime, whatever you want. If not, I will see you on the other side of the ad. And again, I appreciate you sitting here and listening to me rant about the government and Digimon. Gizamon knows how to party. Alright, let's immediately get hurt on a trap chest. Hey, we didn't get hurt. We could always rant about the water turning the freaking frogs gay. Just full Alex Jones rant. Crabs! Alright, I'll tank you. Let's go. I was talking with someone on Discord about the fact that I just need to go ahead and say some, like, crazy, wild, cancelable shit right now. So by comparison to anything else I say, it just isn't a big deal. So then I am not as worried about saying something awful. I hate that it gives a countdown to the ad and then sits there for a while after the countdown is done, just being like, oh, ad will start soon, and there it goes. Crab boil. Whatever. Invisibility. Alright, what do we got here? I do not like how this domain is shaped. He doesn't want to move off his water pad. Wow, wow, wow. That voice coming out of Tsukaimon is really funny. I love that the voices don't change with the Digimon, it's based on the attack. So I love the idea of, like, a Metal Greymon rocking up with, like, Boom Bubble. You got flips. Spiral Saw? Get out of my way. Ooh, reverse Yumi going first. He hits so hard. I know he has the highest attack right now, but holy hell. But no, I'm very excited. I do plan on maybe not full running it every day like I'm doing Digimon World 2, but we'll do Digimon World 3, and we can maybe after this game is done, split it up a little bit and do like 2 days of Digimon and have a different game on. But also, who knows? I might still be super into it and just keep things rolling. Alright, come on. Are you a virus? You're not a virus. Get out of my face. For those of you just audio listening, I made an allusion to it earlier, but we will be working on the first song that I've ever recorded, and I'm very nervous about it, but also very excited. I'm hoping that once we just get over it, break the dam, and release it, that will make it not such a nerve-wracking thing in the future. So, look forward to that. Ah, floor him on you, bitch. Dude, Syakuman could have one-hit both of them. That's wild. You got them jiggly knees. Alright, moving on. We do get to see Baby tomorrow at the pre-check for the anatomy scan on Friday, and that's very exciting. It'll also give good conversation, because we're going down to see family on Saturday, so being able to be like, hey, since we're all together, we'll give our update or whatever. Probably won't reveal the gender to the family, but we'll be able to confirm, like, hey, everything's looking good, everything's moving along fine. Alright, so we should try doing it double attack on the front and then let reverse Yumi just absolutely wreck. He came in like a wrecking ball. Do 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 do. Come on, Tsukaimon, you're my starter. You should be showing these guys how it's done. We're getting a lot of MP discs. I hope we don't need them. We shouldn't with the rate we're leveling up since we evolved right before coming here. I'd like it if maybe we could find another virus type to get, but just to spread out the diversity and maybe get a new thing that we could merge with. Open up some of those possibilities. I guess we'll go back and fight him. Not wasting a missile right there. This one should be 2 Candlemon and a Patamon, which... Good, good, good. The question is going to be, once we beat this... Ooh, a Palmon, not a Patamon. Interesting. Once we beat this, do we go to Digimon World 3, or do we take on one of the DS games? That would be a fun change in aesthetic and game type. But, I mean, Digimon World 3 is a big enough jump in mechanics as well as Digimon type and graphics But I don't know, you don't get as much freedom with Digimon World 3 because it is the set teams, and those set teams, you can evolve into different things, but you will always have the same 3 base Digimon. And I do like being able to switch things up and see a bunch of different things, but it is still a fantastic game. And there's a card game, and you know how I love card games inside games. I have such a bad problem when it comes to games inside of games, where I will waste way more time than I probably should playing those instead of the actual game. I have a file on Final Fantasy X that I've gotten decently far through the game, but still I'm just sort of sitting there playing Blitzball because I'm doing really well and I have a good team and I have good moves. And so anytime I get on, I just go play Blitzball for a while and then shut the game off and haven't continued with the game. I feel the same way about the card game in Final Fantasy IX. The card game in Digimon World 3. If you want me to play the actual game, stop making your side games really fun. Minigames are where it's at. They handled that pretty well. And got the level up. I was so ridiculously excited about the cold front moving through, and then like it decided it just wants to rain and do nothing else. So I got over that excitement real quick. I wanted to do stuff out in the yard. I have yard work I need to do, and nature was just like, nah, if you want it to not be 100 degrees outside, you're going to take all this rain and not be able to do shit with your yard. No. I just want some virus. Give me the virus. Alright, so what is the map looking like? We haven't found... I guess before I do that, I should backtrack and... bring it on, Candlemon. Oh, big stretch. Oh, gosh. Okay. We're back. We're alive. Everything's fine. Alright, both of you take out Palmon. You, Black Pearl Candlemon. Patamon kind of looks like a plant full of seed right now. Guys, come on. We've been fighting you just fine. Don't be like this. Sure, I'll take that. And then he gets to attack finally. Woo! Alright, and then we'll just do what we did last time. Just kidding. We'll do this. We'll go ahead and take him out first. Go here. And go here. Ooh, actually, I might break up the Digimon RPG full vibe, and instead of doing Digimon World 3 next, or one of the DS games, I might actually do the Digimon card game for PlayStation 1. That one was really fun. It was a good card game video game. Woo! Victory! Alright, we have to get all the way back to the starting point. So I could just go this way, this is probably shorter. And see if maybe we don't have to use a missile and we can just find the exit. As we got an EP back, that's good. I guess we're on 4-5 already. We're not burning too much. Just give me the exit. Dromojimon! I love Dromojimon. Hey, and we got a drill missile with Dromojimon. I think if you have a Dromojimon on your team, you shouldn't have to bring drill missiles. I think you should just be able to take out blocks. And an Elecmon. We haven't seen you yet, I believe. Everyone just focus Dromojimon for now. Hup, bah. Black Pearl Shot. And then there's this nice Dromojimon, which just has a more swirly mustache. Oh, that wasn't that bad. I was worried that was going to hit hard. Alright, come on, Gazimon, take him down. Iron Drill Spin. Ooh, that one did hit. But he's a champion, it's fine. Alright, does this take him out? Yeah, alright, it's fine. Then Elecmon shouldn't be an issue. And that might get us another level up just because of taking down a champion. Stab him. Yeah, we did it. Yo and Semo, we did it. Do 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 do. And we got the level up. Let's go. Alright, 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 alright. Hey. Eventually, we will find the exit to this floor. There we go. Bloody hell. Do, 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 do. It was empty. Most uncool. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Do the locomotion with me. Doesn't look like the exit is in that one, but I guess we're gonna have to snake through it anyway. I guess we didn't. Again, Dromojimon on the team, you should be able to just go through walls. Take down the wall. Clear a path for me, Digimon. Any Digimon World 2 troubles to assist you with on this fine day? We spent an hour and a half because I checked literally everywhere except for where I was supposed to progress the story because of the girl who steals the engine parts, and that was entirely my bad. It's just we went everywhere except for Angemon's area. And so I ran through two different things. I remember they said something, they started with DD, so I went to Drive Domain and Disk Domain looking for her. And then finally I was like, alright, screw it. It's been an hour and a half. We're going to just look it up. And then we looked it up and realized that I was being dumb. But we got some good fusions. I still wish I had a little more variety, but we got our first ultimate with my Otismon on our starter, and then I turned him into a Tsukaimon. I guess our first ultimate was the Metal Greymon, but now the Gazimon and the Tsukaimon should have over 21 for their caps, so we should actually get to use them this time, because the cap that I had before was 21, and that meant that we got the ultimate but didn't get the move and couldn't actually use it. But other than that, things have been going fantastic. Had a lot of fun, ranted about the government a little bit, all of that good stuff. How are you doing today, Pixelation? Always nice to see you around. Oh, we did discuss that after... I did a poll on Twitter to see if we just wanted to keep trucking, only doing Digimon World 2 until we get through the game, or if we wanted to do a rotation of like Digimon World 2, Digimon World 3, and Digimon World Next Order. Because I'm like 80% of the way down with Next Order. I just need to finish it, and it's going to be a bit of a grind, and it's harder to grind off stream with that one because your Digimon actually have a lifespan, and so I worry about things dying and switching generation off stream. But it was voted that we should just keep tanking Digimon World 2 until it's done and then start something else. So that is what we're doing. But we talked about maybe doing one of the Digimon DS games, or Digimon card game, or Digimon World 3 next. Valerio, my computer froze when I first got here and forgot to come back. It is all good. We made you into something. We turned Zeevee into a Numamon, as I said at the beginning of the stream. I told her I was going to do it. Syakomon, honestly, this one right here could be Zeevee as well because of the little slime dude inside. But I felt Numamon was more offensive, so we went with that. Fascinating. If you wanted to do a rotation on some Digimon games, that's perfectly fine. Burnout is no fun. I'm having a great time. I was just worried about the viewers getting burned out. I think once we start whatever the next game is going to be, whether it's a Digimon card game, which I also really like, or World 3, I might. Hey, there she is. There's nothing on this floor. Hey, aren't you Kim from Device Dome? Who are you? My name is Nero, a guard tamer from the city. I have a question about the city's generator parts. You know what I'm talking about? The city's generator parts? I didn't steal them. Always the least suspicious thing to say. What? I didn't steal anything. Alright. How should I know about them? See you later. Toodaloo. Also, some good things will happen after you clear this domain. I hope that means that I'm finally able to use fuse non-virus ones. I don't exactly have the best team right now because I did a bunch of DNA digivolving before, and I didn't think we were going to get all the way through. So it might be rough, but we will see. I was also holding out an open spot to hopefully get a new friendo, but that didn't happen. But anyway, what I was saying is that I might do Digimon 2 days a week and then throw in some non-Digimon. I used to do that all the time. I had it lined up where Tuesday would be the same game every week, Wednesday would be the same game Thursday would be the same game every week, and Saturday would be as well. And I typically kept Digimon on Saturday so I could spend the most amount of time since I didn't work on Saturday. And then we started sort of swapping that around where we did Helldivers Thursday, Digimon Saturday, then the next week we would do Digimon Thursday, Helldivers Saturday. And we've run through a bunch of different games. The first thing we ever streamed was Pokemon Crystal, for that whole nostalgia value. We've played some Poke Rogue, we played some Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. We've gone through a lot of things. I don't mind playing other things. It's just, man, if Digimon isn't just a soft spot in my heart. Was it Noita? That game was ridiculously hard. But we'll see. If I'm still just, like, absolutely chuffed on Digimon, I might do it to where we do, like, Digimon World 3 or Digimon Card Game or whatever Tuesday, Thursday, and then try to knock out the rest of Digimon World Next Order on Saturdays. Alright. Another Dromojimon. I'm serious, having Dromojimon in your team should mean you don't have to keep drill missiles. Do what makes you happy. As for Digimon Card Battle, I can definitely help there when the time comes. I like Digimon World 3, but never to this day have I beat it. I haven't either. I've played it so much, and, like, I think the idea of the evolutions is interesting, where, like, you can do different combinations of levels on the different evolutions, and so each Digimon can pretty much digivolve into any of the other ones, just with different requirements. But I do like being able to change around Digimon and see different things. That does make it a very limited amount, and I'll like you said, I've never actually beaten Digimon World 3, so it would be a first. Digimon Card Game, I have not played. Like, I have the disc, but I just have not played it in over 10 years, and I remember I found some cheesy-ass strategy that helped me absolutely burn through the game, and only really had to change things up on, like, the challenge ones, the, like, mini bosses. But I remember having a blast with it. I would absolutely love to do that again. That might be like the mouth rinser, because it also is not as long a game as some of the more RPG Digimons, so I might do Card Game once we beat Digimon World 2 as a way to just cleanse the palate a bit. Just lining up Dromojimon, apparently. Alright, we'll just keep running this same way until something stops us. Spiral Edge. I really do want to... I have it on my shelf. I can see it from here. Bust out Digimon World Data Squad, because that game was just wild. It, like, changed everything from how it used to be. Again, Data Squad does not seem to be the most popular of the Digimon things, but I had fun with it. I wish I could watch the show with my kid, but it seems like nobody has it. They're trying to hide that shit. But Data Squad would be fun. Digimon World 4 is also one of those that I don't even know if I consider it. Like, I know it is in the named sequence, but like, it's a hack and slash with some cool secrets. It is just not what I would consider one of the main ones. Sort of like, dude, they're just really determined to make me fight Dromojimon. But, like, all of these have a lot more RPG vibes, and Digimon World 4, you're controlling a Digimon, and it is a lot more hack and slash, equip different armor and weapons. I don't know, it's definitely not a bad game, I just don't know that I would list it at, like, the top of the list. Omni, headed out to the station, get to practice driving fire trucks, have a good rest of the stream, have fun. Oh, come on, they don't want you watching stream while you're practicing with the fire trucks? Iron Drill Spin. Dude, that still hits Yakumon so hard. Got the highest defense and still hits it for almost 30. I don't know. I always hear, like, negative things about the card game versions of games like these. When I went to GameStop for the to get Pokemon card game for the first time, I bought it for, like, 50 cents. Because people had returned it, like, 8 times in a row. And they were telling me, like, hey, people really don't like this game. Oh yeah, Machine beats Darkness, that makes sense. But they were like, oh, people keep returning this game. I'm letting you know right now, it's not a, like, main Pokemon game, it's the Pokemon card game. But I love that game. The Pokemon card game is so much fun. The Digimon card battle is just an atrocious amount of fun. It's super cool. The old PlayStation 1 Yu-Gi-Oh games are really fun, but Yu-Gi-Oh is more built around card games, so you're not going to really get a whole lot other than, like, the Dungeon Dice Monster sort of games. But oh, the Monster Rancher card game, I had a lot of fun with that one. People were like, oh, that's one of the worst ones. I'm like, there's Monster Rancher Hop About. Do not tell me that the card game is one of the worst ones. Appropriate lapel pins secured? Hell yeah. Alright, we're all at 11. And we all have a decently higher... Let's try Electric Shock and see how that goes. We all have higher level caps now, so it shouldn't be too bad to level up a little more without evolving. We'll still get our moves. RM, do you have the proper socks, though? Make sure your entire outfit is ready. Socks ready. Hell yeah. Good man. Shining shoes. I have such a funny story about shoe shining. My mom always tells us anytime it gets brought up, but there's that product, Shinola. And there's the saying, you wouldn't know shit from Shinola. And my mom always tells me when she was a little kid, she thought Shinola was a place. And so she thought you were calling someone dumb because they could not identify, if they saw a shit, that it was from Shinola. And she's like, man, people from Shinola must have a very particular diet if people can identify them by their shits. And it was not till much later in her life that she learned that that is not, in fact, what that means. Alright, but I don't want to use E-Stun Blast. That's not as strong. Let's try to Electric Shock and Black Pearl. No, damn it. I picked the wrong guy because I was being a little too hasty. So Dramogemon's definitely getting a hit off. Do you have a tie located, RM? It feels like if you have your lapels and your suit, that you should make sure that you have a proper, appropriate tie. The coffee mug that just looks like a black mug until you pour your coffee in it and then a naked man appears. I have a tie ready, but I don't think I'm gonna wear it. This is like an 8-hour conference. Just do like a loose waterfall tie. Still makes you look a little classy, but you don't have the full choke of a Windsor. Do what I used to do to look cool when I worked in the pharmacy. Rock a bow tie. Small tip, Black Pearl shot reduces users' defense to 0 for the turn they use it on. So if they go first, they take considerably more damage than if they were slow. Yeah, I sort of figured that because it says it gives up all defense for an attack. I just don't know that it has many better attacks right now. I only know Windsor, Half Windsor, and Short and Forehand. Oh, I could absolutely show you the waterfall. The waterfall is nice and relaxed. Let's go ahead and take an EP. And take this, because I feel like we will need it. Is this taking us back to the beginning? Okay, so... No, okay, we're looping in, because there's the exit, so it's fine. Okay, here we go, Dark Floor. Greymon, you weren't exactly who I was expecting. You have some nerve coming to the Modem Domain all alone. I am Greymon, the King Digimon of Modem Domain. Get on your knees and say please. I mean, we only just met. What a self-centered Digimon. I will never do such a thing. Never say never. What a fool. Then I will make you eat your words. Will you at least season my words before you make me eat them? Ugh. Alright. Huh. About that. how do we take these guys on? Let's focus Saber Dramon. Confuse's foe might actually be nice right now, so I think we'll stun Bubble Greymon. I wish you had gotten confused. Slamming Tusk. That's what they call me. I probably should have just grinded a little bit and actually evolved these guys. But it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is awesome. We'll take these guys out with our lovely team of rookies. Meteor Wing! Ooh. Big ouchies for my crouchies. Toy Flame. Toy Flame! They really hit Omni-V hard. Let's go ahead and finish off Saber Dramon. And then we'll go back to trying to confuse Greymon, and I'll have the other two take out Toyagumon. I don't know that it's going to be enough, actually. Do not hit Omni-V again. Slamming Tusk. Okay, well that's not great, but it's better. If we can take it out before it does its spread attack, that will also be better. Do you go down? Yes! I can take your Toy Flame. Alright, so let's do it. Let's go. And then we'll try to confuse Greymon. Do it. Kill him. He probably has some defense to statuses, like a lot of video game bosses do. And perfect timing, I just got notified that dinner is almost ready. So once we are completely successful at taking this out, because that is the only option, it'll be the perfect time to go get some food. And next stream, we'll make a lot more progress, seeing as we won't have to go on a wild goose chase for an hour. I think we're fine for one more round. That'll take out Toyagumon. And stun Bubble. We'll try one more time for the confusion. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and we'll switch to a better move. How did your wife know I was almost ready? What time do you get off? Well, that really seems up to you. Alright, he's down. So now it's just a pummel whack on Greymon. Alright, let's go ahead and heal Omnivi. And then start rocking out. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll try one stun blast. And go darkness gear. And throw a black pearl shot, since even with like a double damage, we're probably not going down. Let's see, what else? You have socks, you're working on shoes, got your suit, got your lapels, got a tie. Do you have a nice watch to go with your outfit? Have any rings properly situated to let them know that you are, in fact, in charge? Paralyzed, let's go. Is he gonna cure? No, but he doesn't miss either. Oh god, Nova Blast. Oh, it's fine. Let's go ahead and heal Neurozard. Demi-Dart. Spiral Saw. Black Pearl Shot. Maybe if they pay me to wear a full suit every day money, I will buy a watch for the purpose of fashion. I feel that. They've talked about that at work before. And they're like, oh, you guys could dress up a little bit more. And like, it's business casual most of the time. We all suit up when the executives are going to be there. But until you're paying me wear a suit every day money, my ass is not coming in a suit. Yes, Andy got paralyzed. Bring it home. You got this. Do enough. You got it. There's a CIO, CTO, CISO level conference. I will probably be one of the fanciest dudes there, let's be real. One of our CEO, or one of our C-level people, he's not the CEO, almost always wears a kilt. And you're just not supposed to talk about it, not bring it up. But, like, I kind of want to wear a kilt. Alright, what up, lady? Hey, I found you. What, you again? Stop following me around. Give me back the generator parts you stole from the city. What kind of idiot would give them back just like that? Besides, it's mine now. If you want it back, you'll have to take it from me. Gosh. This might not go well. We saved right before this, so if we die here, I will off-screen it and get us back to this point. Wizardmon, Seadramon, Akatorimon. Harumph. Okay. We have... if he dies, he dies. We have some dark type attacks. So we'll go towards Seadramon. Is Darkness Gear machine or dark? Not sure. And then... Rattle. We'll just team up on Seadramon. Bro, I just did a long-ass fight, and you expect me to beat her, too? I really wish I had, like, a portable Digivolver. Alright, come on, Tsukaimon. It wasn't enough. Zip boom. Quickness is up. Get up. Come on, get down with the quickness.
Madness is the gift that have been given to me.
That wasn't very nice. Thunderball. I do not like that, good sir. Alright, Cedarmon's almost down. So let's throw a spiral saw towards you. Let's try Darkness Gear on Wizardmon and Black Pearl Shot on Akatorimon. We got it. We got this. It's no worries. I don't even know who was talking about us dying. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is awesome. Take me to your leader. Counterattack. Thunderball. You paralyzed my pet? Alright. Let's focus. I think we're gonna need a full focus on Akatorimon. Give him the pearl. Ow! I just got my finger stuck in a soda can because I fidget with stuff too much. Oh, we didn't need the full focus. Damn. Alright, well, stop. Hammer time. Hurry up and give me your ball. I want dinner. You missed because you were paralyzed. Like that's an excuse. And there it is. Is that Digimon literally just a person in a wizard cosplay? Somewhat. Hey, who won now? You're not bad at all. What's your name? I'm Nero. You're not bad yourself. Hey, what you doing later? Thanks, Nero. Are you coming to Device Dome later? I'll return the generator parts there. I really meant to give them back right away. Don't forget to come to Device Dome. I've already sent the location of Device Dome to your browser. What? When did you do that? I hacked your shit. Alright, we made it. Yo and Semo, we did it. Let's go ahead and get these guys evolved. And then we will explore. I already forgot. Device Dome when we get back on Thursday. Cry your tears of joy, I will. Very excited. We swept that with a bunch of rookies. My mom always punished me if I evolved before dinner. Well, that's the cool thing about being an adult. We can evolve wherever we want, all around the house, whenever we want. Alright, let's see what we get. Tsukaimon to Soulmon. Let's go. No one explained that to me when I got my adult card. There's a lot of stuff people didn't explain to you when you get your adult card. Get our new Cyclone Mon. Cool witch hat. I know, right? Now we have a wizard and a witch hat. And then Sayakomon. Reverse Yumi. Gizomon. We're going to be closing up pretty soon, so if you want to get in your fishes, go for it. You turned into a squid. Alright, and I think that is what we have. You gotta be squidding me! At Japanese Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can eat some squid. Let's transfer items, because I will, in fact, forget. Put these up. Put that up. We'll keep the skateboards with us. And we'll save. But I'm surprised we made it through that. Especially after wasting so much time. But super awesome. That means we have a clear path to go as soon as we get back. And from what Pixelation is saying, it sounds like it'll be very exciting. We have almost 100,000 bits. And we have some pretty awesome Digimon. We're going to get to see some Ultimate Evolutions next time as well. We have a lot to look forward to. I realized I'm shaking my legs so hard on the ground that it is shaking my monitor. That is a ridiculous transfer of movement from the ground to the legs of the table, to the table, to the screen. Anyway, with that, we'll come up here. And I'll tell you guys, I appreciate it so much that you guys let me enjoy the games that I enjoy and sit here with me and chill. Maybe. Everything just went black. Ah. Okay, we might still be here. Everything froze. But it's fine. We're just gonna keep moving. Still here? Hell yeah. Alright. Let's go. Let's find somebody to raid. I was going to give some sappy-ass outro, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything is awesome. Everything is great. Let's see. Who do we go to? I'm going to drop you guys with... I don't know. Let's go Kirsha today. Be nice, be awesome, be good, angels. Have a great time. I appreciate you guys being here and letting me play Digimon. I hope that you have a fantastic evening. I hope that you are able to get everything you want to do. And I hope RM's meeting goes well. Talk to you guys later.